Because Dying Light the Beast is coming out, I decided to go back and play the original Dying Light. I love this game. It's fun, it's goofy, but still maintains a serious horror atmosphere despite the silly nature of its gameplay. It still looks really good. I swear graphics have barely advanced in the last decade at all. The story of this game is actually surprisingly good. You'd think a zombie parkour game would have the absolute most retarded story ever, but this story is actually entertaining beginning to end, and still somehow manages to be serious. Again, despite the silly nature of the gameplay. Drop-kicking zombies and kicking them off roofs is hilarious every single time. It seriously never gets fucking old. This game is honestly great. It's definitely a gem. The second game in the series is fine, but definitely a step down. I didn't play the reloaded version because I had already beat the game twice before they ever added it, so I don't know if it's any good. This video will be less edited just due to time constraints, but I am working on a review of Borderlands 4, Chronos: A New Dawn, and I will also review the new Dying Light the Beast, and they will be fully edited videos, so keep an eye out for those. Dying Light is about an undercover GRE, Global Relief Effort agent named Kyle Crane, who is sent to infiltrate a quarantine zone in a fictional Middle Eastern city in Turkey called Haran. Now, there is actually a location called Haran, which is an ancient city in Turkey, but Haran in Dying Light seems to be modeled more after Istanbul, Mumbai, and parts of Poland, actually. Now, the way the city looks in the game is just amazing, and is actually something this game does spectacularly well. Haran actually feels like a real city that once teemed with life. The density of the zombies also really helps sell that feeling. Now, Crane was sent into Haran to find data that was stolen by the warlord Rice.
We have reason to believe he now leads one of the two main factions operating within the city. You are to find Suleiman and locate the stolen file in order to save mankind from a disaster of unprecedented proportions.
Crane gets bitten by a zombie basically immediately and has to get some of the drug Antizin, which is somehow a really on-the-nose name, but also a somewhat clever name simultaneously for an anti-zombie drug. Antizin isn't a cure, but it delays the effects of the zombie disease. Crane meets the people of the tower and integrates with them to help further his mission, and eventually he befriends them, one of the people being Jade, a tough-as-nails badass chick who's kinda sexy and wears capri pants, which will in no way matter later on. Another person he meets is a young guy named Rahim who shows Crane parkour. Rahim definitely won't get infected and die during a suicide mission later on in the game. Crane finds out that the GRE is actually halting the Antizin drops into Haran, which of course is a huge risk to all of the survivors left in the city. And Crane also finds out that the GRE has some less than stellar plans for the virus. The villain Rice is hoarding all the Antizin left in Haran, so Crane ends up stuck working between Rice, the GRE, and his friends at the tower.
You have the look of the tower about you. What do you want?
I'm here to make a deal.
A deal. For Antizin, no doubt. Desperate times. And what do you offer in return? Your services? Your loyalty? Perhaps I should take both.
Now, the premise of this story is really simple, but really captivating. Crane is essentially forced to do what he's doing. He doesn't really have much of a choice. But of course, he wants to do everything to help these citizens because he has humanity. Again, this is a really simple, driving, motivating factor, but it is very effective. Now, like I said, the story is really good. I'm not going to do a full story breakdown because I don't feel like it's necessary, but I wanted to show off just that intriguing hook with such a simple premise. The characters overall are pretty good as well. Again, Jade and Rahim alone are great side characters. Rice is a great villain, and Crane is the best protagonist in the series. I don't even remember the protagonist's name in the second game. This video is not a full review. It's more of a play it already if you haven't. The gameplay is really the selling point. Like I said, the story's good, but the gameplay is really the selling point. You have a bunch of goofy weapons, mostly melee, but towards the end of the game you get access to multiple guns as well. And then you combine these good, silly weapons with the parkour, and just kicking zombies and slicing zombies and bonking zombies. It's good, classic fun. Many people, myself included, got really sick of zombies being in everything for so long, and around the time this game came out is around the time that zombie fatigue really hit. But this game, with the parkour element and the goofy weapons, it stands apart as a really unique experience. When I was replaying it recently, I played it in its entirety. I beat the entire game, and I was not bored for 1 minute. Now, I know I get a reputation for being someone who hates like every game, but that's not true. I hate bad games. I like good games, and this game is freaking awesome. Now, it's not perfect. Sometimes the movement can be a little jank, especially the dodge can make you fall off of shit. In fact, your biggest risk towards the end of the game when you're leveled up is just falling to your death. And there's definitely some proto-woke elements in this. You see a lot of sort of communist symbolism, and the game is overly diverse. Now, when I say that, you might go, what? It takes place in Turkey. I don't mean Middle Eastern people, because obviously the Middle Eastern people being in a game that takes place in the Middle East makes a lot of sense. But a lot of the key characters are just black, and that doesn't make as much sense. Again, it's very minor, and those characters are pretty good, but it is still worth noting, and Jade is the obvious girl boss. I like Jade as a character, though, so I'm willing to overlook it, just like a lot of the other proto-woke elements of the game. And that just goes to show, even when a game has things that I'm not a fan of or I disagree with, if the game itself is good, I can look past it. In this game, like I said before, it's freaking awesome. Now, like I said, this video was just kind of a quick rundown, not very edited, just to tell you to play the game, basically. If you did enjoy it, though, leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good shit. It does help the channel grow a ton. Like I said in the Metal Gear Solid Delta review, YouTube implemented that stupid-ass hype feature, so hype the video as well. I hate YouTube, and I hate all of the updates that they make. I swear it's like they're trying to ruin their platform more and more every day. But as always, guys, this has been your boy Drinker, and I'm out of here. Peace.